What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Tiara back with my sleeve snatch, and I wanted to do a review today on my lunch. So what am I having? Beyond Meat burger. So I actually got it from Deerbergs. Deerbergs actually sell it as patties. You get like 2 patties in a package for like $7.98. Now that does seem a little high when you're only going to have 2 burgers, but it's a completely plant-based burger, meaning no red meat. Looks just like it, but no red meat. And 1 patty is 20 grams of protein. So I've included a picture here to show you what it looks like when it's done, just as a homemade burger. I didn't plan to get any special bread and lettuce and all of that, because I just did this on the fly. And I said, you know what? Let me show my viewers what this plant-based burger looks like. So one thing I would tell you about it is the meat looks pretty pink. And so it's something you might have to get used to. I mean, it's kind of like the same, like if any of you all grew up, I know, like with my grandmother, we ate Spam. So it kind of reminds you of Spam because it's pink like Spam. And you have to think the same way when you cook it. When you cook it, you're not going to be cooking it to, like, there's not going to be any blood bleeding out. There's not going to be any really change of color. It's going to brown a little bit, but for the majority, it's still going to stay pink. So let's see. Not bad. Not bad. Now, one thing I will say, actually tastes maybe like a little freezer burn. So I actually bought these patties over a month ago, and I put it in a freezer. So when I just took it out the freezer, even though the package had never been opened, it looked like it had a little freezer burn. So maybe it's not meant to stay in the freezer like, you know, regular meat. So if you buy it, you need to be prepared to cook it pretty quickly. They usually suggest that if you put it in a freezer and you're going to cook it, let it thaw out. And if you have it in a refrigerator, don't have it refrigerated longer than 3 days. So that's why I just put it in a freezer. But I can still tell it probably has like a little freezer burn, but it's different. The texture of it is kind of like a burger, a softer burger, but it's not like too soft for people who are like freaked out by texture. But it's pretty good. It's not bad. It's not bad. Here's what it looks like when it's cooking. Looks like regular ground beef patty, right? Turkey ground. See, I've got the seasoning on it. Now, instead of, I put just a little butter in here, some vegan butter. Now, you can choose what to put in here. You're probably going to need to put a little bit of something in here since it's plant-based and it's not like an oily product, just to assist it and keep it from sticking. Here's showing a picture of what it looks like when it's done. So you can see it has a little color. It's still a little pink, but it has a little color, so it'll change a little bit. The big question is, can you substitute a Beyond Meat burger for a regular burger? I would say so. I feel pretty confident that you could, based off how the texture is, being able to put seasoning on it and adhere to it. Now, had I followed the directions fully like it did say, to unthaw it and let it sit in the refrigerator, I probably could have like actually took the burger meat and like put seasoning in and like roll up and all that, just like you would regular ground beef or ground turkey. But I took it straight out the package and kind of rinsed it off a little bit since it looked like it had freezer burn. Put a little seasoning on the outside and then put it straight into the skillet. Sorry, having a little something since I just ate, I guess. But no, the texture is still very similar to a burger. Tastes good, still on a bun with lettuce, salt, you know, seasoning, sauce, whatever you want to put on it. I would say it's a good substitute, especially for me trying it for the first time. You could tell it tastes a little different, but it's not like dramatically different. It's also not as heavy. You know, sometimes a burger being like greasy can really feel like heavy after you eat it. So I didn't feel heavy after eating it. So I would say it's a good solid burger replacement. Also, just check out your stores in general. Like I got those from Deerbergs, but I actually researched that a few different stores carry it. I think Deerbergs just had a few more types. So they had the Beyond Meat burger patties. They have it in crumbles. Some stores even have it as like a breakfast sausage. So there are multiple choices out there for those of you who definitely are trying to like walk away from red meat, or maybe just trying to find more plant-based ideas to stay away from depending on red meat as a protein source, as I am. So it's definitely a good choice to try. Try it at least once. $7.98, $6.98, whichever one it was. Maybe you'll catch it on sale. But it's worth at least trying once a month. It's worth at least getting once a month. So I would definitely try it. It's a good lunch option. Very filling, very light, very protein sourced. Alright, thanks you guys for subscribing. Please like my page. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's any products you want me to try that are plant-based that you'd like to hear my thoughts on. And as always, thank you guys for watching and supporting. Bye.